Perfect.
Hi, Money Magicians. Hi, Facebook fans. So welcome to another edition of Creating Money Magic with one of the Money Magic students. Today, my guest is Nonisi, and she's a Money Magic student. Guys, you have no clue. I'm so excited to have her. She just got married on Saturday, and she's going to share an amazing story. Like, I don't even know if I want to hear half these magic stories anymore. But I love them. So Nonisi, welcome.
Thank you, V. Thank you, Vanilla, for hosting me. Especially on the stage. You know, when you sent me the request last week, I didn't think what day today would be, but I said yes anyway. So today when you, oh my gosh, I forgot, but I'm here. And it's divine intervention that we're having this today and now. So
I know.
I'm
so
happy to be here.
Share with everyone, before we even get into your journey, share with us, what do you do and who are you?
Well, my name is Nonisi. No, that's not my surname anymore. Dlamini.
Yeah, Dlamini.
Yes, Lankosi. What's the Kosi?
Yeah.
Yes, Dlamini yena yeta Nkosi.
Wow. Okay, so guys, if you're listening and you don't understand, she means that she is of royalty. So she married into the royal family. Woo!
In Swaziland.
Yeah, my people.
Yes.
Like literally.
Yes, your people. So, yes, this is me. I'm a full-time wife and mom, but I work part-time. I'm working for a guy who's got an online business doing document authentication. I'm also a psychology student working towards becoming a life coach and spiritual teacher because I have the gift of healing. So I'm still discovering all of that, and that journey led me here. All of those, me discovering myself and trying to find and answer questions about who I am and what I want led me onto this path of money magic and all the other things I've been doing, stress and all these wonderful people and community I've met through Vanille and a host of other people. So yes, this is why I'm here.
So why did you decide to do the Creating Money Magic course?
Oh wow, you know, when I found out about the course, I think early in the year, I was unemployed and I couldn't afford the course. So, but I knew it was something I had to do because it talks about meditation, it talks about yoga, and it's both spiritual and practical, and that's what I needed. I had the knowledge. I had been with another coach who was helping me with the money, how to work around the money limiting issues, but I was struggling with how to connect it to my soul and how to connect it with my spirit. And when I saw that you do yoga, which is one thing I do, my friends, my whole family, and people on my side think I'm very crazy because I do yoga and I love yoga. So that helped me connect to it. It resonated with my soul. And as I joined and I followed the Money Magic group, Wealthy Money, then that's when I was just like, I have to do this. So when I got my job, the first thing I did was register for the course, which was perfect timing because I got my job in August and the course opened up in September.
And I guess most people are wondering, is it really worth it? Because I mean, you got a job, you then bought this course and you started doing the course. Wasn't that so much out of your budget and taking you totally off budget?
Dude, I still have to explain to my husband that I have a debit order for the course. And I don't know how I'm going to explain that because he's not one who believes in this side of things. And so he doesn't believe that these things work, but I think he's seeing the blessings and the manifestations of the things that I say with my mouth, and they are now in reality. And I think he's starting to see that. And hopefully in the long run, he won't be as judgmental as he is now. So it's amazing. I mean, it's affordable. it's affordable. The fact that you even have payment terms, that's what makes it affordable for me at the moment. And so it's not and because it's lifetime, I can have the meditations and the stuff that I'm learning forever, and it's all recorded. We can go back whenever you're stuck to whatever topic you know that resonates with you. I mean, there are days where I'm doing higher self meditations, and there are days where my soul is like, no, let's do inner work and all of that. And for me, it's balanced my life. It's helped me connect so many dots in the 3 months. How many months has it been?
It's been 2 months.
2 months, actually. 2 months that I've done.
I know you guys think that this course has just like been going on for 6 months.
Forever.
2 months.
It's a part of my life. It's a part of my life now. I've been so depressed because my phone broke and my laptop was also acting up. So I can't do it as active as I want to. But now that I'm home with my hubby now, I have more time to do more work. And I've been using my workspace to do it in the mornings when I get to the office. So it's been amazing. Like, Vanilla, the work you do is life-changing. For me, it's even helped me. Look, let's not talk about manifestations of things. Let's not talk about that, because people are going to go crazy. And the amount of stuff I was able to manifest.
Well, no, please share. This is exactly why I'm interviewing you, because I think most people need to hear that certain things are possible, right?
Yes, they are.
And they need to hear it about money and what happens when you do the inner work around money.
So in the beginning of September, we did was it September when we did the asking challenge?
It was actually October.
So I had already started my the inner work, the inner coursework. And then when Vanilla and I followed the challenge, the asking challenge, I set an intention for the 1st of November. On the 1st of November, I set an intention, knowing that I'm getting married on the 25th and on the 2nd of December, that I needed certain things to happen with little effort from me. And I wrote down
little money.
Yes, little money. So I wrote my intentions list on the 1st, and I said that I wanted those things to be realized on the 20th of November, 5 days before my traditional wedding. And as time went on, I looked and I was like, okay, how's this going to happen? And I kept asking myself, okay, I'm writing this down. I had, I think, a long list of shoes that I wanted, things that I wanted to make my day special, that no one else was willing to pay for, or no one else did not understand why I wanted those specific things. For instance, the shoes that I wore to my wedding, they were very expensive, and they were like a sentimental thing that I saw when I went to the wedding expo in July last year. And I said to myself, when I met this lady, I am wearing her shoes to my wedding. And when I looked at the price, my hubby said to me, they're so expensive. I'm like, I know, but it's not an issue. I want the shoes at my wedding. But anyway, I wrote this list. I think it was about 20 items on the list that I wanted. And
20?
20.
Oh, you did not share that with us in the group.
20 list. It was the shoes, it was, I think, jewelry, it was stuff I wanted for my new house or me moving to my in-laws, but things that I really needed.
Yeah.
And by God's grace, can I tell you that I got every single thing by the 20th of November. I think by the 20th of November, it was 80% done.
Yes.
80% done. And this was all efforts from my mother. So I didn't look at my mom doing all of these things as my mom doing her motherly duty. I looked at it that this is the universe answering my desires and my needs from using my mother as a vehicle.
Yes.
Because had I looked at it as my mom doing it for me, I would have not appreciated it. I would have looked at it as an expectation I had of my mother. And this whole thing, the way it happened, I mean, my mom decided to leave. Listen to how good this whole thing is. I was not working the whole year. I only started working in August.
Wow.
And even when I started working, remember I told you that I was paying people back because I was borrowing. I was earning, but at a negative because I borrowed money.
Yes, and I just said, just do the spirit of money and let money show up for money, and money will show up for you. And did money show up?
It showed up. For literally 2 months, I was not contributing towards my wedding. I was not contributing to my wedding. My wedding planner said to me one day, we were at our meeting, and this was us having a meeting between my hubby, my mom, and myself and the wedding planner. And they were sitting across us, and I was sitting behind the table with the wedding planner. And as they calculating how much everything's going to cost now, I was thinking about how beautiful my wedding dress is. So the wedding planner says to me, wait, why are you not stressed and sitting on the other side with your mom and your hubby? I'm like, because they're the financial people. I am just putting it out there, and the universe is going to make things happen for me. They are the ones stressing. I don't stress about money because money is showing up for me. And in doing that, she laughed. She could not believe it. She's like, what kind of bride are you that does not stress about money? I'm like, because money is not something you stress about. Money is something that is within us. It's something, it's immaterial. It's how I feel about everything that creates what I want. And had I not...
I feel like I can officially give the course to my students to teach, right? Like I can just be like, y'all can just go ahead and teach this course because
I do it every day.
You say it way better than I ever do, you know?
So that's what it is. And I promise you, from that moment, my mom then decided to take early retirement. And I said to her,
what?
Are you serious? And a part of me was like, no, I felt guilty. I'm like, how's my mom wanting to take early retirement? And now that means she's going to use her retirement fund to pay for my wedding. And then the asking challenge was like, no, wait. Let's hold the guilt. This has nothing to do with you. This is the universe conspiring to make things happen for you the way they're supposed to. And I had to do inner work around my mom and how my mom and I felt.
The mother wound.
And I did all of that. I had to even, with my personal life coach, we had to work around how I felt about money and marriage and how, the power struggles between being a successful female, marrying a successful guy, or not a so successful guy, and how that made me feel. And after doing all of those limiting beliefs around how I felt about money, because I always thought that money is a manipulator of note, that those who have money are given power and they use that power to manipulate those around them. And for me, I was so afraid about that because that's not who I am. I am not one for power struggles. I am not one to manipulate others. I am not one to emotionally blackmail others into giving me what I want. I believe in giving with your whole heart, with no expectations. And by doing that and by working around through all of those limiting beliefs, you cannot believe the amount of free stuff I got for my wedding. Wow. I counted the other day. I think I received about even now with people who are now coming up out of nowhere, I think about 30 to 40,000 rand of my wedding, if not 50,000 rand of my wedding was paid by other people. Not me.
Wow.
Not my hubby.
Wow.
50,000 when we calculate. Now looking in retrospect, looking at who contributed what when. It comes up to about 50K that people just offered themselves. I
remember in the group, you were constantly like, so-and-so called me and they're offering to do this. So-and-so is giving me money for this. I was like, wow, girl, and it was so many different people. It was so amazing to us.
And that happened because I said, when that first started happening, my mom was getting, a little agitated. No, I'm scared. People are going to start dictating. I said to her, Mom, listen.
But also realizing that was your mom's stuff around receiving, right?
Receiving. And I taught her, that's when I sat down and I said to her, listen, you need to learn to receive without feeling the need you owe someone for something after they've given you. You accept it, you say thank you, and you move on, look at it as God granting you his blessing, because God will not come down himself and give you what you want. He sends people. The universe conspires to give you what you want by other people, through other people.
Yes.
And that's what I taught her. And by doing that, it opened up. I kept saying to her and my hubby, don't refuse when others offer their help. Even if it's to do the smallest thing, even if it's not monetary. I'm not even going to talk about what other people were doing for me. That's not monetary based. That I cannot count. I cannot amount to the number of people who stepped up that I didn't expect. Wow. That I did not even think they would do anything for me, but they did. And that's when you realize how much love there is in this world, and how much you're loved, and how much you still need to love for that. And that's what this course taught me. It's taught me to genuinely and authentically love others selflessly, and to do good by others, not expecting anything from them.
Aww.
That's what I've learned. And for me, no one can teach you that. No one, it's not things that you learn in the textbook. It's not things you go through. You have to do the work. It's what you're saying. You always say this to us. You do the inner work and everything else happens. You know that on the morning of the wedding, of my traditional wedding, it started raining the minute we were in Msamo, and we were about to do the ukubika ukuthi kuzoyenzakalani ekhaya.
Yes.
And from the moment my grandmother opened her mouth, it started pouring. Rain poured down. And had I not known the spiritual link that happens when you speak into the spirit world, and how we identify, I was there with my spirit guides. I felt so comfortable. I was, in actual fact, I wanted to do it myself and be like my family. Until it was big, but I went there,
Of course, you wanted to break tradition. No. Okay, Nonisi, I know we could talk for such a long time. So I just wanted my final question. Guys, please feel free to ask Nonisi questions in the comment section. I'm just trying to shorten it so it's not too long, right? But what would you say to someone who's sitting and thinking, this course, it's not worth it, and they're not sure about doing the Money Magic course, and if it's even worth it for them? What would you tell them?
I think it needs to speak to you, first of all. It spoke to me 10 months ago, and I knew it was something I wanted to do, though the means were not showing up. But the minute I decided that I wanted to change my relationship with money, I wanted to change my circumstance around me, it was that decision that made it possible for me to find what I needed to find to make this course possible for myself. So it's all really you deciding what you want to do. And once that decision comes, then you can do it. You do it. So you decide based on what is it that you really want. What is a priority? How much do you want to change your life? How much do you want to make things better for yourself? That's what I can say.
Wow. Thank you so much, Nonisi. You are amazing. And guys,
you're amazing.
Wow, my students will give me an eagle, and for this work, my spirit guides keep saying humility. So trying.
Please do. We need you to be in sync all the time, because you help us stay in sync. And I'm so glad I actually had this. We had this interview today, because I was feeling so guilty. I'm like, I miss my group. I miss my thing.
No, we miss you, and feel free to come through. But for now, enjoy the wedding bliss. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to ask me any questions about the Money Magic course. It's open until December 15th. We close, yes. So I'm opening it a little longer because of Christmas. And so I want to make sure that people get as much support before they go home, because I know home is a trigger point for most people. So this is exactly why I'm opening up in December, because I know where I was before doing this work, and having to go home wasn't a pleasant experience. So please feel free to message me, ask questions about the course. The price does go up December 9th. So thank you, and bye.
And I'm looking forward to meeting all the new students.
Same here.
Thank you, V.
Thanks, Nonisi.